Okay, I think we are good to start. I can see a lot of folks join. Shant. Okay, Vijay Kumar. Okay, good. So, anybody joined from USA or a different country, or is it everyone from India?
Yes, from
Anybody
US.
from? I'm sorry, who is that?
It's me, Sunita from US.
Hey, hi, Sunita. Yeah,
Oh,
good
I'm also
morning to.
joining from US.
Okay, who is that?
Uh,
Kalai, right?
this, yeah,
Yeah, hi. Morning.
this is Shri.
Oh, this is Shri. Okay, hey, Shri. Yeah. So yeah, I could see many of the folks from India. I know it's a Sunday for you guys. I believe your weekend was good. Yeah, I'll make it as interesting as possible. Okay. Let's make it little interactive so that we don't feel bored. Okay. And if you guys came across with any other strategies or any other use cases that you have been using in your projects or anywhere, just feel free to bring it up on the screen. Okay. And you can talk, you can stop me at any time. Let's make it more interactive, okay? So we will end this weekend with little more interesting and learning things. Okay, good. So before we starting, right? So I hope everyone knows what is the agenda of this call, right? So we are going to talk about Agile. Few of you folks would have been already joined few of my sessions previously. I'm not sure if you guys know me or not. Just to introduce myself, right? So I'm Krishna. Okay. So I work for one of the MNC in USA. Okay, I'm currently in USA, and I lead a team and I manage a team, and I worked as a solution architect for a while. And as a freelancer, I worked for KSR Datavision. I'm doing it from last 4 5 years. I'm with KSR Datavision, and I majorly take into cloud data engineering. I'm not sure if few of you guys been into my classes or not. Yes, that's very brief about me. Okay, and I'm an agile coach as well. So we do this kind of agile sessions for once or twice in every quarter, irrespective of a technology. It's for everyone we used to take it. Okay, so that's where we reached a second session of this quarter. So we want to make sure that every person is aware of the agile, right? So let's moving on to before I move into Agile, right? So I just want to hear from you folks. How many are you working professionals, or how many of you folks are still trying to get into project or attending an interviews? Anybody wants to talk?
Yeah, I worked as a HR data analyst. So because of my state move, I quit my job and currently looking for a new job with long-term career opportunity.
Okay, okay, great to hear that. Good luck with it. Anyone else?
Myself, Parvesh. So currently, I'm working in India in top MNC company. So I'm looking for growth
Oh, is
from
it?
the city in.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Yeah, good luck with it. Anyone else? Last person? Okay, let me put this point. Okay, how many are familiar with Agile? Agile, Scrum, Extreme, if you are using Kanban, whatever it could be, right? So, anybody aware of Agile? Okay, perfect. That's not at all to worry. Okay, Agile is not a technology to learn. Okay, our Agile also doesn't. It follows a shape, but it doesn't mean that it always should be in the same shape. Okay, and it's not like something. It's something. It's not a technical to learn, right? This is like a process to know. Okay. So anybody confirm that you see my whole screen with this PPT, or any you guys are seeing some PPT with some options on my screen?
we see with KSR, Agile KSR.
Okay, you're
Overview.
seeing perfect, perfect. Okay, great. Okay, good. So yeah, so where I was starting saying that Agile is not a technology. Okay, so you don't need sitting and practicing something, right? You just need to know the process. Okay. If we are all working in an IT environment where we want to build something, where we want to deliver some product for some use cases like a chat GPT for automations, for making some works easy. Are you building some kind of insurance? Are you building some kind of, Zomato product? Yeah, there could be any product. Okay. Building project always needs a technology, right? So in a similar fashion, but anything if you are building, okay, at least if you're doing a construction of a house also, you know that you need a bricks, sand, everything, but you need a process, you need a plan, right? That is what the first thing we do. We do a house planning, right? You need a plan what you are going to build. Okay. So that building a plan, building a house, that you are chalking a plan to build your home, right? That is what we do in a particular process. And how that particular process will be defined, that process can be defined in a way of an agile. Okay. It's not mandatory, Krishna, every time it needs to be an agile. What kind of models are there? What kind of processes we can able to follow? There are multiple processes in the IT world, right? So till 2013 range, right? So people were being always follows a waterfall. What is waterfall? A waterfall is something like it falls a step on step basis, right? It steps on a first thing is, so I want to buy a something. Next step is you want to do some full construction. And then you want to then stay on that one and then review it. So it has to go step by step process, right? But Agile is something where we want to go ahead and plan something a smaller pieces that you can see the results quick. So that client will able to, even a client or even a single person, right? So if says that I want to build the whole building and then I want to build an internal walls. I don't want to do that. I don't know how agility I will be having that product. I'm not sure how good that product will be stabilized once after I building it. Okay. So I want to go smaller and smaller pieces of delivering something. So that's a way you can able to build a strong product. Okay. So let me give you guys one small example. Okay. So what I would say is I want to build a Zomato, like kind of everyone familiar with the Zomato. I'm just saying the Zomato. Okay. So I want to build a product like a Zomato. Okay. It's a, what I'll do. I'll quickly create a website. Okay. And I'll release in the market. Would that really works for me? Okay. I'll hire some 100 technical guys. I'll ask them, so, okay, start building the website. You start rolling it out, making sure the website is available for every time and making sure the availability is running, running all the time and have a high availability in all regions. So you do everything this stuff. Okay. Would that really get me in a marketing? It will not. It's a useless, right? I need to have a plan. How many audience I'm going to target here? Where exactly I want to go into do a marketing? Okay. How different I'm going to be with competitors? Okay, I want to come up with a plan first. I can't simply sit and start building something. Okay, how can you plan that stuff? How can you achieve your essential or a end goal of the product, right? That is where you will be doing this agile processing. Or agile process is something you will be following it. Okay, so building your product from a scratch, how you want to build your product is something will be planned in agile. Okay, so agile, as I said, there are different software methodologies are there in market. Okay, so Agile is a one of the top, and almost 98 to 95 percentage of companies are following an Agile process. Okay, before that, there is a waterfall process. I'll explain what is that waterfall and what are the disadvantages of that waterfall and how this Agile is going to help us. Okay, so Krishna, how this will helpful for me when I go for an interview or when I enter into a project, right? So no one will ask you to sit down and start doing a development in an agile. There is nothing like that. Okay, or no one will ask you saying that, okay, start building an agile. What is agile? Okay, but in interviews, when we go for an interviews, there will be always a question. Okay, how you will get your work assigned? What is your delivering strategy? What kind of tools you guys use it to make sure your process status? Okay, how you can track your process, your project is progressing well. Okay, That is where your answer comes called as an agile. We follow an agile process where we track the project status, and where we see the health of our project. Okay, what is going bad, what is going good, how can we improve the performance, how can we deliver fast, who is responsible for delivering something. Okay, is that guy is working fine, how many resources are aligned for a project. Okay, and creating a dashboards, making sure the dashboards being presented to the client saying that this is the health of your project. Who will do this all activities, Krishna? Okay, there is a different persons in a project will have a different duties over here. Okay, let's move on to the first slide to understand that. Okay, I'm moving to the first slide. Okay, so you guys see the next screen, the Agile Scrum framework.
Yes, it's visible.
Okay, yeah. So the Agile, see, Agile is nothing but where you want to see what is Agile. What anybody knows what is the meaning of an Agile in English? A synonym.
I think flexible as in
Flexible.
Simple.
Or simple. Very fast. Okay, so you can do a small chunks. You can Agile have a lot of meanings. Okay, so the main reason here Agile is, so anybody if says that I'm going to get a very good agility on this particular project or on this particular particular piece of anything, right? So I have a good agility on this topic. Okay, what is that means is I'm going to get a great hold on this particular project or a piece. How can you get a hold? So example, like if I give you saying that I'll give you 100 chapters book and I'll say that, okay, go read it. Make sure you get a good idea of it. Okay. You might not get it. I'll say that go read a one chapter and come to me and say that what is you understand from that project? What is you understand from the chapter? Right. So where you're going to make sure you have a smaller piece and you're understanding it very well. Understanding is means the agility, the hold you are going to get on that, and you are seeing an outcome of it. Outcome is what? You are understanding the product. You are understanding the outcome of what exactly you have been built for. Okay, so agile is to get the better agility. Okay, agility is nothing but to hold on something. Okay, hold on something, that a better understanding on a particular product. It could be a product, it could be anything, right? So you start a small farm. So you get all the people, 100 people onto the farm and you make them started. You don't know what each person is working on. Instead of that, what I'll do, I'll hire 10 people, assign some work. I'll hire another 10 people, I'll assign some work, so that I'll get to know what are the first 10 people and the next 10 people are doing. I'll get a better understanding. Okay, so this whole framework, the project framework, you want to get a better understanding. So how can you get better understanding? So you need some frameworks for it. Okay, that frameworks, one of the framework is called as a Scrum framework. Okay, what is called Scrum? Right, a Scrum is called as a chunks, a small piece of an each. A big product, if you're building, I want to break it down into multiple pieces. Okay, so that what I'll do is I'll take one piece, I'll nicely shape it up. Okay, and I'll keep that shape there. Okay, and what I'll do is I'll take the next piece and I'll start building the next piece and I'll club with the first piece which I have developed, and then I'll club it so that I'll start seeing some outcome. I'll start seeing something is building for me. Okay, how that builds happens. Okay, so understand. So on the screen you see here there are multiple things. Okay, so this multiple things, what we do is we'll start breaking down the people's responsibilities here. Okay, whenever you go into project, so what will happen? So project, what is project? Project is always you want to build something. It could be in a product or it could be something. So when you're doing project, right, I would recommend everyone who is going to join a project or who are already in project, right, it is very, very important to understand the project you're working. So example, I'm going to work something called as a health insurance. Okay, or else I'm going to buy a SIM. You guys are building some SIM. Okay, so that SIM Airtel company has came up with one more product called, I'm going to introduce a broadband. It's a broadband. It's a kind of like it's a group of different products. So I would say DTH, broadband, your mobile SIM. Okay, says that your home appliances. So all these four, I'm giving you a one bundle. Okay, So that bundle, what will happen is, if you buy this bundle, will cost you $2,000. If you buy an individual piece, which will cost you $3,000. Okay. Their whole motive of that particular product of bundle is they want to grab the lot of customers because you're giving less in cost. Okay. And you're making sure the other person who really doesn't need a home appliance access, but still he is taking this product because it is less. Okay. They want to generate some outcome. Okay. They want to generate some money out of that product. So it's called, what is that? Who will have that idea? Who will actually decide that? Who will come up with that ideas? Anybody knows that? Who will come up with an ideas? Why we need to do projects?
Marketing people.
Sorry, what is that?
Marketing people will come up with the idea, which is
marketing people. Marketing people is one great source of ideas or a source of knowing the competitors, knowing how to grab the customers and making the business. Marketing people will be coming up with an ideas. Okay. So what they do, it's not only marketing people, your executives, your marketing people, your business measuring. There is a different teams called as a business measures. So those teams, what they do is they will always keep an eye in the market, what exactly the product they are into right now and how they are going to increase the business. Okay. They come up with an idea. Okay. So if marketing people come up with an idea, what will happen? Will they directly talk to the developers to develop something? No, they won't. They won't be having any access to it. Or is it something like I am a marketing person and I got some idea. I can't directly go into my CTO or CFO or someone saying that, so see, I have this idea. What we do? Okay, let's give me some development team. I'll start developing it. Will that be really happening? That won't be happening. Okay. So what happens? Marketing people, example, take marketing people or executives brought up some idea saying that they will have a vision. Okay. One person gets an idea. Okay. An idea will turn it into a vision. What is vision? So marketing people will go and talk to the CFOs, CTOs or different teams who are involved. And what they do is they propose their ideas. Okay. It's like in a year, there will be hundreds of ideas. Okay. But your company will not have a budget of implementing everything. What they do, they pick the best. They pick the best idea, how the company will grow with that idea, with that particular idea, right? Then what they do, they will put a lot of efforts on that idea. They will say, okay, let's start grabbing the information from the market. How many people are using this kind of products? What are the competitors we have it in different companies, in different countries? What kind of products are there? Okay, how much knowledge base we have on that particular product? Okay, who are the technical architects? If I involve some technical architects, who are the technical architects are there? So they grab all this information. Okay, they grab all this information and they came up with an idea saying that, okay, this idea looks fine. Based on this particular idea, my company is going to grow. Okay, I want to invest some money on it and get some RGU on it, which is a revenue generating unit for me. Okay, so they decides that, okay, good, this is fine, all good. So I now idea is converted to vision. A vision of a particular person saying that, so if I introduce this particular product from my company, what will happen is my company will grow. Okay, your idea is converted into vision now. Now vision to be implemented. Okay, how vision should be implemented is, so that's the first layer or the first building stone of your particular project. What will happen is your vision, whoever is having vision, right? Let's call them as an executives. Okay, they are in the top layer. You see here inputs from executives, team stakeholders, customers, users. It could be many things, right? Like your user would have been came up and said that idea can generate from anywhere. Okay, so even that's the reason, if you guys knows that the feedback. So you go to the airlines, you go to the mobile, everywhere they will ask you a feedback. The reason is based on that feedback, they will take the idea generation. So what will happen is like us, we are 60, 70 people in the team right now, right? So out of us, 30 people said that, Krishna, this particular Agile forum could have been, splitted into a different things. Okay, if I would have been received that feedback, what I'll do is I'll talk to my admin team. See, this is the idea, this is the people are interested in. If I would have splitted this meeting into a 3-4 sessions, what would have happened is I would have had a more audience and we would have had a more people contacts over here. Okay, so that is where the idea generates. It's not like always marketing team, right? it comes from the users also. So that's the reason a feedback. So if, I don't know how many folks are working in the project. Feedback is one of the project will be continuously running in your companies, right? We take a feedbacks, we take a ratings. Based on that, we generate the projects. There will be a different teams. So some people will know that campaigns teams and marketing teams, they have a different projects like a churning customer or introducing a new product or bundling a new projects. A part of all this, there is a feedback team also. Feedback and ratings team will be there. The team always will be running. Okay, they take a feedback, they will feed it here, they will run the analytics and they'll generate the ideas. Okay, so like that, the idea got generated and turned up into a vision, and the vision got, now the product has to be started. Okay, so then what will happen is they will choose a guy called as a product owner. Okay, so product owner is knows, product owner will be always knowing that how I can implement this project, how can I bring this product built, what are all the things I need to build for the product. So example, I would say there is a product has to be built. Okay, so I will just, you guys show that parallel, or else I'll show that later. Okay, so what I'll do is this guy will come up with an idea saying that, see, I want to build a website, I want to introduce a product, Zomato product. In that, what I need to do is, first thing is I need to know the competitions. So I need to run some analytics. So something like I need to do Google searches, and I want to get all the competitors who are into this particular food chain, right? So I'll create a first requirement saying that I want to get all the Indian markets where the food chains are being running. Okay, requirement one. Second requirement is, who is having the better customers right now, who are serving a better customers right now. Okay, requirement two. Requirement three is, I want to build a similar website. Addition to that, so with some kind of betterments to it, like examples are the UI or base simple UI. So I want to build a custom, sorry, what I would say, website based. I want to build an app. I want to build something like a message based. So I want to do all this kind of three requirements in this again. Okay. Fourth requirements is, I want, as I'm introducing a product, I want to go into market. I want to go with some coupons. I want to generate some coupons. So he comes with the coupons. Okay. So what this guy product owner will do is, product owner will know how really he can able to take that product into the market and make it as a profitable business. Okay. All the implementation. Okay. And implementation will be driven by a product owner. Okay. He defines that what exactly to be built, how exactly the product to be built. And a product owner will be a bridge between your clients and your development teams. Okay, he is a bridge between a clients, and he is a bit between your development team. From here, the whole flow will start. Okay, it's not only development team, it could be testing team, it could be API team, it could be infrastructure team, whoever it is, whoever is implementing it, right? He becomes a bridge between this all folks versus the clients. Anything if clients wants to know, it will always, they will get an update from a product owner. Okay, product owner is also one of the role in a market, very famous one, and he will be in a top position. So he is the person who drives the whole project. So example, if there is a 10 million of project is running, the 10 million project, how worth of the 10 million project and how efficient and how effective that particular project needs to be executed, that all will be in hands of a product owner. So product owners is one of the high paying jobs in the market right now. Okay, so how I can become a product owner is something you should know the domain. Okay, you should know how the product building handling should be happening. Okay, how can you break down that what and all you need it. Okay, how effectively day to day in the market you will be learning things and you're trying to implement in the market. Okay, so he do all the kind of magics also sometimes. Okay, so product owner role is one of the major role in the your Scrum. Okay, and he is the first step who defines your project. Yeah, sorry.
Krishna, I have one theory.
Yes.
There is a job in the project coordinator. Is it the same or there has a difference?
No, project coordinator will come saying that resource alignment. Okay, he looks about if there is an additional resources are needed, he will get the additional resources onboarded. If your resource having any problem, he will look into it. Billing, right? Milestone, there is a different types of billings, which is called as a fixed billing, time and material, or a milestone billing. Okay, so your project owner majorly looks about billing. So things that my particular team has already completed 100 requirements. So he will talk to product owner. He will get a sign off from a product owner saying that the 100 requirements are completed, and he will submit that billing to the client saying that for this 100 requirements, you have to pay me money. My company, I'm a vendor, right? So example, I would say Infosys is working for a different company. Example, like Infosys is working for so example says what company we can take. So Airtel, okay? Infosys is working for an Airtel, okay? So product owner is from Airtel, because he knows whatever exactly the product to be built on a Airtel side. Okay. Development team is from Infosys team. So the project coordinator or the project manager. So both are same. In this whole world, product coordinator and managers both are same. So they manages the team. What they do is that project coordinator or manager is from Infosys team. Okay. His responsibility is making sure the resources are there to work, making sure resources availability is there, making sure every product, every person is working well. Okay. And once the project is completed, particular requirements are completed, get sign off from a product owner and get a billing done for the particular requirements and get that credited to the Infosys. Would that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll come
Yeah, got
coordination.
it.
Yeah. In
So
Scrum
product owner
knowledge,
is from the
Airtel side, client side. Always
okay,
product owner is from the
got it.
client side, because client knows what
Got it.
product has to be built. Okay. He should not be from a vendor side.
Okay,
Okay. Yeah, I'll tell
got
you
you.
who will do the coordination here. Okay, that's a one other major person. Okay, so okay, product owner, the company decided this is the guy who is going to build us, get us the product delivered. Okay, and they will give all the responsibilities to that guy. That guy will talk to the Infosys team, which is a vendor team. And now what he'll do is, it's not vendor reality, I will say. Okay, how reality will happen is, it's not like a one vendor they will decide, right? What they do is usually these guys take a proposals from a different companies like HCL, TCS, Infosys, different companies. They will take a proposal. They say that, see, this is what we are going to build. This is our product we are going to build. Okay. And can you guys come up with a rough cost? Okay. The cost again divided into three costs. As I said, fixed, time and material, which is called T&M. Okay. And next one is a milestone billing. Okay. So these three are the right now in the market. And how intelligent the client is, how better the client knows that vendor, how it works, they go with the different types of billings. That's a totally a different market strategy. We don't want to get into there. Okay. So what they do is they will put this requirement to the different companies and they take the proposals. That's where you guys would know that in our company, Accenture is entering into us, or it's a product company is coming into us, Bofa is coming into us. So they say there is a vendor change happens because they put a proposal. Okay. This is a big project. They say that it's a $10 billion of a project. So make sure this project is going to run for next 10 years. So let's come up with the proposals. Okay. So they will go with the proposals. They or everyone comes with a presentation and they will they will present this to product owner with some executives, and they select the better person who can implement this. Okay, they select based on a cost. There are different factors for it, selecting it. Okay, but we will ignore that one. This guy is the ownership for the every implementation. This guy will take. Okay, example vendor is also defined. Now the product implementation should start. Okay, so in implementation plan, what happens? We know that implementation cycle, right? So requirements to be defined, development should happen, developed code to be tested, developed code to be performance testing, because they have to do performance, how good it is performing, right? Performance testing. And finally, it needs to be productionized and it needs to be monitored. That is where your product will be completed. That is a development cycle. I know who folks you would be knowing, right? Someone has to develop it, test it, and then productionize it. That's a major areas it has to fall in, right? So now what happened? Vendor design. We know how really the work happens, and the vendor product owner says that, okay, product owner has created a product backlog. Okay, so what is product backlog? How many companies are there in the market? What are the competitors are there? What are the APIs I have to generate? The software to be fit in into the different devices. So he come up with it, okay, set of different requirements. Okay, that requirements name is called as a product backlog. It's in backlog right now. Okay, he created a set of requirements. It could be 1,000 stories or 1,000 lines, 1,000 requirements. Let's call it as 1,000 requirements. Okay, so here I'm showing it as an 8 requirements. It could be 1,000 requirements. Krishna, is this, how could the product owner will know that this 1,000 needs to be implemented? No, he don't know. It's not be 1,000 also. The day one when he started, it could be 100 only. Because product owner is not a god, right? He doesn't know everything. Okay. But product owner, right? Every day he will be checking the market. Every day. If you want to be a good product owner, he has to check how the market is working, how the different companies are working, what are the different tools. Okay. So example, what happens is product owner have all the rights to change the requirements from zero again. Okay. Think that if you would have built some 100 requirements and product owner think that this 100 requirements are not needed now, these are all bullshit. This is like everything got been changed in the market now. Market is so fast. We are still using the older things. Now I want to change everything. He have a whole he have a all kind of responsibilities, or he is the all kind of rights to change the whole requirement also. Okay, that's the reason product owner, what he will be doing is he will be keep checking the markets. He will be keep checking how things are working. If he wants to change a requirement, he will change it. Okay. So even though he come up with 100 requirements, it can change at any time. Okay. It's not like you are going to build something because he wants to be with market. He wants to be upfront in the market. Okay. So product owner always think that how can I improve my product? Okay. So if he wants to improve his product means he wants to improve his product backlog first. Okay. That's how it defines everything. We'll come back again to that, how improvements will happen also, enhancements. Okay. On a day one, he created a backlog and he told the vendor team saying that, okay, you define that, you get me your development teams, get me your testing teams, get me your production teams, your support teams and all. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to schedule a one meeting. Okay, explaining that what is the project, what we are going to build, how we are going to build it. Okay, I want to explain that. Okay, so now product owner will not directly talk to your development team or your testing team or someone else, because product owner is in a hierarchy, higher layer. Okay, and development teams and testing teams are at the bottom layer. Okay, what happens is company vendor side, it could be in a vendor side or it could be from a client side. Okay, they will hire a one guy. You might be hearing this guy. This guy is called as a Scrum Master. Okay. Now Scrum Master will become a bridge between your product owner versus your implementation team. Okay. Scrum Master is one other major role. Nowadays, you can see in a market, Scrum Masters are the positions. You can find it in your LinkedIn's. Okay. This guy will start coordinating, facilitating everything he will do throughout the project. Okay. But this guy will never talk about billing. This guy will never talk about how much money you are paying, how much amount you are paying to the vendor, how much amount you are getting, how much leaves people are taking. He will never worry about billing. Okay. His whole responsibility is about project is running. If resource needs some access, if he needs some clarification, if anybody is not working, if my project is not going fine. So this guy's responsibility is to understand the health, to make sure the healthy project. The project is running with good health. Okay, good health means it's not like they are feeling feverish or something, not like that. They will make sure every guy is present, every guy is joining call, every guy is trying to understand the requirement, every guy is doing a code quality code development, no defects. Anybody he needs an help, how he is get the help, he needs an access, any new environment, new tools is needed, he will take care of everything. Okay, so now what will happen is either a vendor team side, they will hire a Scrum Master, and either from a client side, they will hire a Scrum Master. Okay, this guy doesn't need to be always a vendor, always from a client side. Okay, this guy will be hired. Okay, it could be only one Scrum Master. See, what will happen is I said it is a 10 billion cost of a project. That means it's a huge project. Okay, so what will happen is it is not mandatory that for a one project, it always should be a one product owner. There could be 10 products owners. Okay, what they do is they segregate that particular projects into a different projects, and one project they will give it to the product owner, and he is responsible only building that particular website. Okay, example, you enter into a website, right? Even if you guys entered into our website KSR Datavision, okay, so one team will work on a blogs, one team will work on a videos editing, one team will work on a website. So we have a different teams. Okay, every team we have a product owner. So we call here it as called as a website owner, or a particular category owner, we call it. Okay, so they are responsible for that particular way. So if there is something is not working in the blogs, I will directly go to the blog owner. I'll talk to him saying that why this is not working. What is the benefit? How can you increase the visibility of it? How can you put it as a more readability way? Okay. So I'll talk to that guy. That guy is responsible over that. Okay. Similarly, the product can be divided into a different categories and can give it to a different product manager. Okay. Similarly, for each product manager, there could be a Scrum Master also. Okay. Scrum Master, if you want to do, you have to go for a safe Agile certifications, Agile certifications. You have to go Scrum of Scrum. You have to go RTA certifications. So there are different certifications to be done to become a Scrum Master. Okay. Because those are the guys to know how to run the projects. Okay. There are different other things in a Scrum. They have to handle it. So if you want to become a Scrum Master, it's also a very good role nowadays in the market. If anybody is interested, you guys can explore about it more. Okay. So now what they do is they hire a Scrum Master and they hire they vendor team. Either it is from a vendor team, either it is from a client team. They'll hire a Scrum Master. Okay. Now the Scrum Master responsibility is product owner will be always, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I have a question. What is the difference between this project manager and Scrum Master roles?
Project, as I said, so here what happens is project manager. Now think that from Infosys, there is a project manager, and think that even Scrum Master is also from Infosys. Okay. Project manager, Scrum Master will say that, see, for this particular project, I need 100 resources. He will raise a demand. Okay. To whom he will raise a demand is he will raise the demand to project manager. Now it's project manager responsibility to hire 100 resource from wherever he hire it. He hire internally from Infosys, or he will put a jobs in the market. Okay, he will talk to the HR teams. Scrum Master will not talk to the HR teams. Scrum Master within a bounded to the project. Okay, so he will raise a demand to the project manager, says that, see, for this project to run, we need 100 resources. Make sure you get me this 100 resources. Whatever billing you are going to bill it, so you talk to the clients, get the billing done. Okay. Project manager will never come down into the project saying that whether this technically are implemented, is there any issues? You don't have it. He will never talk about this project manager. Project manager will look at in a very high level saying that, okay, how many resources you need? Okay, is my billing done? Okay, is every resource is available? You need more resources? Is any resources going on sick? Okay, is any resources you're facing some challenges? How can I get it done? Okay, and what I'll do, project manager will do is he will take monthly once or a weekly once status from a Scrum Master. He will go and talk to the Infosys team saying that this is how the project is running. Okay, so his roles and responsibilities is majorly very high level of a project. He will look into that, and he will make sure that resource alignment and resource availability is available for the Scrum Master to run the projects. Okay, Scrum Master will never worry about informing someone else in the Infosys leaderships or a client leaderships how much money he is paying, and Scrum Master making sure if the resource is not available and he is not joining calls or something like that, Scrum Master will directly go to the project manager, says that, see, your guy is not available to me. I want to run a project. Your guy is not available to me. Okay, you take care of him. Okay, tell him if he is not good. So I would Scrum Master have all right saying that these are all guys are not technically fit. I don't want these guys to run the project, else because this becomes a very headache to me. You fire them and get me a new resources. Okay, Scrum Master can have all this kind of roles and responsibilities, and project manager will have a very high level of looking at a project level and updating the leadership and getting the billing done and the money transfers from a client to your Infosys.
Can we say Scrum Master as a resource manager?
Scrum Master is, so when you call a resource manager, so what kind of resource manager you say that? You're hiring from outside? Is that what your question? Or within
Yeah.
a project? So if I
because
give you,
because project manager will have the technical knowledge, right? So
no, it's not necessary your project manager will have a technical knowledge. No, not necessary.
Okay.
Your Scrum Master also not necessary to have a technical manager. Sorry, technology. This guy, Scrum Master will never tell you saying that, okay, you do select star from the table. You do this, select in all these tables, join this table. He will never talk about that. His main reason is, see, they told that you have to build a website. Did you understand the requirement? You didn't understand the requirement. I'll set up a call with client, product manager, product owner, or a different analyst. I'll set up a call with you. You both talk. I'll set up a call for you. You don't worry. It's my responsibility. I'll bring up that person to the call. for you to make it understand. You talk to him, get it understand. Once you understand it, tell me that you totally understand, you are ready to implement it. Okay. To make that calls happen, to make that understanding happen, I am the Scrum Master. That's my roles and responsibilities. Okay. Your project manager or your Scrum Master is not necessary to hold any kind of technical knowledge. And Scrum Master should never ever tell saying that you have to write the query like this, you have to build your job like this. It's not his responsibility. Okay.
Like I have a doubt
Exactly.
here.
Please go ahead.
So like if the Scrum Master is not aware of the technology, like how will he determine like I need 100 members for this project, I need 20 members, or like how will he determine like how many people are needed for the work?
Perfect. Good question, right? So what he will do is, see, now product owner comes up with saying that I have 100 requirements. Okay. Product owner will come up with some points. So example, some effort points, right? So per day we work for 8 hours, right? Per day we work for 8 hours. So product owner says that, see, I have 100 requirements. I am guessing each requirement will take 8 hours. Okay, each requirement will take 8 hours. Now, how many hours will take for your 100 requirements? Is going to take 100 days, right? Is that math correct? 100 days for a single person, right? For a single person, it is going to take 100 days. No, 100 days is a very long process for me. I want to complete within 3 weeks. Okay. So now what do you do? 100 divided by how many weeks you need it. So how many resources you need it? So that's the way they came up with a particular number. Okay. Scrum Master will do that one. So he will. So it's not mandatory saying that, see, product owner can have any kind of assumption saying that one requirement take 8 hours. Probably I'm the real person who develops it, but I have an assumption saying that this will take 3 days. Okay. So there will be a conflict already. As I said, Agile is not a standard that now product owner says it is in 8 hours. No, it is not 8 hours. Okay. As a developer, as a person, tester and all, you always have a right to go back and talk to your Scrum Master saying that, see, this particular task takes 1 week for me. Okay. Your product owner would have been assumed that it could complete in 3 days, but you are saying it is a 1 week. The Scrum Master, what it says that, what makes you to feel it takes a 1 week? Yes, these are all the things are there. This will take a day time. This will take time. Okay, fine. Yeah, that make convinced for me. What I'll do is I'll go back to the product owner. I'll talk to the product owner. I'll make sure I'll get the 1 week. Scrum Master will go and he will talk to the product owner. See, my developer has said break down this particular task into this many things, and it will take a 1 week, 3 days. Product owner also say, yeah, this makes sense for me. This will take a 1 week. Okay, let's take 1 week. That's okay. If there is anything more assigned in this particular planned time, what we'll do is we'll push further. Okay, that is how you always will be define the resources. Okay, number of requirements will define your number of resources. Okay. Yeah. Any other questions? Okay, fine. Yeah. So first thing is Scrum Master on a day one, Scrum Master scheduled a call with all the teams with the product owner. Product owner explained the whole domain. Everyone have a right. Everyone have a right to ask any silly question. Okay. I'm also recommending to everyone, right? Don't ever hesitate to ask a questions. If you are stopped asking questions, you are stopped, you're growing your life. Okay. So ask questions. Okay, when you enter into a project, if you don't understand the domain, it's like every person will not understand the domain. Ask the domain. Try to understand. If I'm building something, who is going to use it? How it is really going to use it in the market? Okay, it will be, you feel very good when you implement something. Okay, I just give an example, right? When I was into one UK project, when I was in UK, we built one of the project called remote, right? Whatever remote control you guys do it, we will capture each and every moment. How much time you was there on the particular screen. If you watch for a start sports for a 10 seconds, I'll capture that. Okay, this guy watched 10 seconds of start sports. And then he moved into something like a comic. Okay, I'll capture each moment. Okay, so what we used to do is we will used to know the person staying 10 minutes on a particular, he's interested on that particular kind of genres. We used to generate a bundle saying that, okay, see, these are all the genres you are watching a lot. I will give you a better product for you, better bundle for you, you buy it. Okay, we when we introduced it into market, we got a positive feedbacks and a negative feedbacks also. You literally go into and check the feedbacks of each customer. They would have written some shit, or they would have written some appreciations and all. So, but you feel really good that what you implemented and went into the market, right? When you see something, you feel really, really good. Okay. That's where I would say when you enter into a project, don't hesitate to ask a question. Okay. If you're not asking a question, people also, the responsibility is going to be very dumb. When you start asking questions and when you try to understand the domain, that's your first success. Okay, so now this project Scrum Master, what he says, he'll make sure the call set up and make sure that all the teams understand what we're going to build, how the teams are going to work. He introduced the teams also. See, these are the development team. He is person leading the development team, and these are the testing teams. He is the person leading the testing teams. Here are the production teams. So you guys has to work very closely if you need anything. Okay, in between Scrum Master will be there. You inform Scrum Master, he will be doing it. Okay, first meeting setup. Next day, what will happen is the real project works. Now what happens is product owner will come. Scrum Master will schedule a meeting with your product owner. That's called your sprint planning. First point called sprint planning. So you guys will be understanding, right? So now sprint planning, a sprint can go to 2 weeks to 4 weeks. Okay. Any sprint can go to 2 weeks. Minimum 2 weeks to 4 weeks is a better time. Okay. Within the 2 weeks, what you can able to complete. Within the 4 weeks, what you can. Okay, 2 weeks to 4 weeks it can go. Very good team, very good sprint. 2 weeks to 2 weeks is very good. 4 weeks is always good. Okay, so Krishna, how can I define that the team size here? Okay, the best quote Agile says that if you can able to serve a regular pizza, okay, a regular pizza of how many regular pizza will have? How many pieces will have in regular pizza? Anybody knows?
8.
6 pieces. 8 to 6, 6 to 8. So you can mention 8 is something like a large, it will go. The regular will always have 6, somewhere 6 there to it. Okay. So 6 is something, 6 to 8, right? 6 to 8 is always a good team. Don't keep a team with the 25 people, 30 people and start running the project. You're not going to have a successful runs over there. You're not going to see the product is very good. Okay. Have a as minimum as less team. Okay. If 4, 5 people, 6 people of a development team, 5 people of a 4 people of a testing team, or 2 people of a production support team. So have a very minimal teams. Okay. So where you can able to serve your smaller pizza, regular pizza, right? That's where they say that, right? So what will happen is they build a small team. Okay. Now the sprint planning will happen. So now in sprint planning, what will happen is if you see here product owner, first 3 are colored. First 3 are colored in a light orange and next 3 are into blue color. Okay. So now product owner, what he'll say is he will having 100 requirements. What he will do is he will prioritize the requirements, which needs to go first in the first. Okay. He will prioritize it. Now he will say product owner saying that I want the development team to pick up the first 3 tasks. Sprint planning team meeting will happen. Scrum Master will schedule that. Now, product owner will talk to this particular development team saying that I want you guys to pick up the first 3 tasks. Okay, good. Now the team will say that, okay, tell me that, can you explain this three requirements to me? Okay, what exactly you need? What is your vision in that requirement? Okay, you want me to build a website? Okay, how many buttons you need it? How many times you want to click it? Okay, for every refresh that needs to be something refresh, they will ask every question. So they want to understand the requirement. There will be literally he will explain you the requirement and you try to understand the requirement. Okay. Now Scrum Master says that the model we are going to follow is 2 weeks of a sprint. Only 2 weeks. Within a 2 weeks, this guy will say to the team saying that within a 2 weeks, select if you can do it and not these 3 requirements. What you do is the sprint planning meeting will complete. Probably it runs for an hour. It will run for a couple of hours. You understand all the requirements. Product owner will say that, okay, you go understand today and come back to me tomorrow, whether you can able to pick up these 3 tasks or not. Okay. This team will internally analyze saying that, yes, we can pick up this one. We can able to complete within this 3 weeks, 2 weeks. He will say, Scrum Master, we are good. Okay. We are good. We can take the top three requirements. Okay. And we can able to complete in the 2 weeks. Okay. You should not bluff there. Okay. If you are saying that you can able to deliver 3 things, if still there is everything available to you for develop things. Okay. But you are not taking a responsibility of now developing, the health of the whole project will go off. Okay. If you couldn't able to complete the 3 things,
It's okay. You say that the 3 things will not help because I'm going on a leave. Okay, 2 days I'm going on a leave. Or no, this needs an access which takes a 1 week to get the access itself. Okay, if you need to go with a convincing matter. Okay, you inform a Scrum Master. If you are good, everything is good, your sprint planning meeting will be completed. And then what will happen is, if you are satisfied to take the requirements, your Scrum Master will create a sprint backlog page. Okay, what is a sprint backlog? Think that I am the Scrum Master right now. You guys are the team right now. I have scheduled a call between a product team versus a Scrum Master, a sprint planning meeting, and I have created a sprint backlog for you. Okay, what is sprint backlog? I'll quickly show my screen. Okay, just give me a sec. Okay, so you guys see my Zira screen? You guys see
Yes.
screen?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
perfect. So for the famous tool in the market right now to capture this Scrum, right, is a Zira tool. Okay, it's a Zira. I've created my own free one. Okay, you guys also can go into Google, free Zira, free tool. Okay, free for some time. You can get it for 30 days. You can get it. If you want to explore, you can explore. Not mandatory. If you watch some videos is also fine, because we are developers or something. Unless you are a Scrum Master, you want to know everything, how it works. Okay, but please now, as a Scrum Master, I am the Scrum Master. Okay, what I do is, my project is called XYZ Health Insurance. That is what the website I'm going to create it. Okay, in that particular project, my product backlog, my product owner said that, okay, Krishna, I have this two are the priority list for me. I'm given it to a team. Okay, and team is also good with this one. So they said that I'm going to create this particular 2 stories. Okay, one story is develop a claim submission functionality, and second one is integrate with the external claims processing system. These are my two priority. I got it from a product backlog. Okay, once I get it into this product, always a Scrum Master's roles and responsibility is, you need to make sure. Sorry, one sec. Let me do this. Oh shit. Okay, it's fine. One sec. Let me show you. Okay. So what will happen is, once the meeting is done, right? So once the meeting is done. Okay. So let me open this. Okay. So once there is a meeting, sprint planning is completed, right? So what Scrum Master will do is, Scrum Master will go, whatever you guys are discussing, whatever you guys are understand, right? He will put all this stuff for you. One is scope, one is acceptance criteria, and one is definition of a done. DOD, definition of a done. He will assign this particular task to a particular developer. Example, I'm assigning to myself. I'm the person who is going to work. Okay. I'm playing a dual role here. One is a Scrum Master and one is a developer also. Okay. So he says that I want to build a developer claim submission functionality. First one is the scope of this particular story. Okay, the scope of the particular story is to build a user-friendly, secure feature, allow members to submit insurance claims to the digital platform. I want to build a digital platform, and the scope of is you have to build the form capturing a claim details, some validations to be done, submissions to be done. So a lot of stuff to be done. Okay, this is your scope. Okay, so once you completed your development, okay, the development you are completed, right? How could I make sure that the development you have done is correct? Okay. So what will happen is, I will schedule a call with the product owner, back to the product owner, whatever you built. These are all the things I'm going to check. Okay. Acceptance criteria is form completion and validation. User can access the claim submission form with all the required fields like a service type, provider, date. I want to see all these columns. Okay. I want to click able to all these columns. There are different acceptance criteria she will put it. So every story will have a scope, what you need to develop, acceptance criteria. That means if you are saying my work is completed, means I will make sure this is all criteria is satisfied. Okay. Once this all criteria is satisfied, that means, so Krishna, how can I tell this is all satisfied? You have to create your test cases. Okay. You have to create your test cases saying that user can access the claim submission with all the required fields. You have to show on your website saying that these are all the buttons are there. If you click here, it will take you there. It will click here, it will take you here. Date, if I click a date, calendar is popping up and you can select a date. So you have to show these all test cases in your documentation. Okay. Once your documentation is all completed, the call will be scheduled with your product owner. Product owner will check everything, this all stuff, and he will check all this stuff. Example, same thing, right? He will check all this stuff, and if he is satisfied, okay, if he is satisfied, he will sign off this particular one. Okay, what will happen is once you completed your work and this is completed, and this particular story will be assigned to your project owner, and what he will do is he will check all these ones. Okay, it is not mandatory every time it can be in a product owner. There could be some analyst, the people who are working closely with the product owner, right? The product owner also will have a team, because product owner, a single person cannot able to handle every review, right? He will have his own team. Okay, he will assign some team saying that go check, he implemented all this, right? Check if everything is working. If everything is working, then only put a comment saying that everything is tested. So he will put a comment saying that, yeah, all the features are reviewed and working as expected, signing it off. Okay, he will put a comment saying that. Okay, he will comment it out and he will save it. Once he saves this one and he's satisfied, there is always a chance he is not able to satisfy with this. Okay, if he is not able to satisfy with this one, you have to rework on it. Okay, you have to rework on it. Okay, every story will have a definition of a done. When your story will be closed, okay, when your story will be closed, right? So this story, if your story has to be closed, means it will be closed only once your definition of done is completed. Okay, so in interviews, they will ask you how you will be signing off your work. Okay, so we have a definition of a done defined in our stories. We will review this definition of a done. Once the definition of done is signed off by a particular person, then only our task is going to be closed. Okay, any questions here? Any question on this one? I didn't start the sprint. Okay, so once your sprint planning is completed and you are satisfied, development team is satisfied to start working on this one, Scrum Master will go and start. Click, he'll create the sprint planning backlog, sprint backlog, and whenever the day starts, he will go and he will click this one. Duration is 2 weeks, 4 weeks. If 4 weeks is the maximum, is the best. 2 weeks is very good. Okay, why 2 weeks? See, there are 3 requirements as given. Within 2 weeks, I would be able to complete and put it into production. Means you can see, literally, you can see your product is being in productionizing. Slowly, it is going into productionized. Okay, so she selected, or she or he selected, and he defined the project start date and end date. Okay, example start date is like a 10/7 this particular time. So on 11th, it is going to be defined on this one. He will start the sprint. Okay, once the sprint is start, this is how you see the sprint is started. Now the work is started, right? This one. So I'll move this into progress. Whoever is working into progress. If I am working, it's assigned to me. I'll move it into progress and I'll say that, okay, I'm started working on this particular task. Now it's totally my task. Okay, I have to complete it. So think that this is assigned to someone's Shri. Okay, so Shri says that, okay, I'm also working on this. Okay, she will move it in progress and she will start working on this. Okay, so this is how you move your projects and you'll start working on it. Okay, moving on to the next one. Any questions on this window? Okay, I take that as no questions. Okay, so I'm just going ahead. So now here, right? So quickly we understand product owner. Product owner is called as a PO. Usually in teams, we call it as a PO. Who is PO? Is PO joining the call? It's nothing but a product owner. Okay, product owner is a client representative. I said he joins from a client side. Okay, because a client knows what product he has to build in. Okay, he defines what are the features of the product. So what are the product to be built? He knows that when he wants to release it and what content it should go into content. Okay, priorities. I said, if you see in this one, the priorities, top 3 priorities, the priorities also been defined by your, product owner, and be responsible for the profitability of the product, right? He is the responsible. If he build the product very well, he'll get an appreciation. Okay, he will get a more projects, he'll get a different owner of the product, director of the product, executive of the product owners. There is a different roles in the product owners itself. Like how we have a developer, senior developer, module developer, senior lead developer, like that. In product owners also, there is a different roles in that. Okay, so reject the item, work items. Okay. So now, as I said, this is a very important question who are all going for a certification. I'll tell you guys, you can do one free certification from your, I'll show you that free certification. It's better to just complete quickly. It takes hardly 30 to 40 minutes, just complete it and put it on your, LinkedIn's. Okay. So this is one important, whether your product owner can reject your work items. Yes, the stories you worked, probably he's not satisfied. That is not his expectation, or whatever requirement he told you, you would have done, you would have diverted from a bit of it. So he's always have he can able to reject that. Okay. So Scrum Master, coach of the Scrum team. He is the coach. He will define who has to run, who has to work on what, who has to think all this one. He is the coach of it. Enacting Scrum values. Scrum values means everyone joins the Scrum meeting. Okay. And Scrum Master, every day there will be a DSM. Okay. There is every day when you go into project, they will call, are you joining a DSM? Okay. Any person is not joining a DSM is called as a violation. Okay. DSM is nothing but called daily Scrum meeting. Okay. Daily Scrum meeting, it will happen between your internal teams. It's not mandatory your product manager should join it. Daily Scrum meetings, what will happen is every day there is a 15 minutes, only 15 minutes. This is a very important number to remember, 15 minutes. Okay. What 15 minutes will happen is Scrum Master will open this particular window and he will go to the each and every story and he will ask the particular person, what is the status? Do you have any problem here? What is the status? Do you have any problem here? You have to be very precise saying that, yes, I have a problem here. I'm not able to progress this. You should not go ahead saying that I'm facing a, the string value is not good. The data is not loaded. When I'm running, I'm getting this error. You should not talk about that. Your answer should be pretty straightforward. Yes, I have a blockage here. I need help from these guys. Okay. So very pretty, 15 minutes. Within 15 minutes, your whole board should be completing. Okay. Every day there will be a DSM will happen every 15 minutes, the start of the day. The start of the day. If you're starting your work at 9 o'clock, probably the meeting starts from a 9:15 to 9:30. Okay. Quickly your Scrum Master will come walk through everything and he will understand, okay, where you are stuck, what help you need. He will note down, he'll make sure the calls call aligned with the respective teams. If you need saying that, okay, for me, I don't have an access, he will note down saying that this particular person doesn't have an access over here. He will raise an access request for you to get it. So he will go over the board. Okay, 15 minutes. So that's the responsibility of the Scrum Master. He will make sure the Scrum rules are following. Okay, you are joining the calls, you are telling the updates, you are updating your Jira items, you are moving your Jira item to in progress, closed, completed, everything. Okay, so you will make sure that everything is happening. Okay, next is team's productivity, right? Definitely his responsibilities. Is everyone working? Is everyone work is assigned to them? Okay, is everyone's work is assigned for the 2 weeks? If he's going on a leave, so he will appreciate things also, right? He will take, what he do is, if you have built something very good and if you got an appreciation from a client saying that Scrum Master should send that appreciations to your leadership, making sure your leadership is aware of your performance. Okay. He will make sure if you got an appreciation, he says that, yeah, see, Krishna got a very good appreciation. He is a very good asset to the team and he will send it to your leadership, making sure your performance is reciprocated to your leadership as well. Okay. So he'll make sure the team productivity is there. If he's any of the person is not working good, he will make sure he will send a mail to the project manager saying that this person is not technically strong. He is not useful for our project. I need a different person. I'm going to offboard him from a team from the next week. You get me a new resource. Okay. So he will make sure the productivity happening and he is the major person making sure the teams are winning teams, right? He will be always on top of the teams. Okay, he says you working, you have any issues, he'll make sure team is very productive and working, and he will make sure the success happening for each and every team. Okay, and apply Agile principles. There are different Agile principles like retrospective meetings, feedbacks, sprint meetings happenings, sprint backlog, sprint grooming, story grooming. So everything can happen. So he will make sure he follows all the Agile principles. He will create a dashboards also for the leaderships. I'll show you a couple of dashboards how it can be created also. Okay, he'll make sure the system is running very effectively. Okay, team 5 to 9 team members. For me, 4 to 8 team members, 5 to 5 to team members is very good, I feel. Okay. Self-organizing and high performance team. Self-organizing means See, you should know what work you are able to do it. Okay. So as you are a Python developer, I cannot give you a Java. You cannot say that, okay, that story is free, I'll develop that is in Java. Okay. You should, if I put some 3 requirements in front of your team should be very willingly should take the things. Okay. See, I can pick up the task. I have an experience on that. Okay. See, some other person is facing some issue. You should be very willing to him saying that it's a one team. We are all going to be in a winning team. Okay. So it's not individual appreciation will happen all the time. It's like a team appreciation happens here. So if there is some one person is facing an issue, if you know something about it, you should always be willing because he is a part of team. See, one of your story is not completed. One of us story is not completed. Our whole sprint is not completed. Okay. Either win together, either if you don't win together, nothing is going to work out. Okay, we have to win as a team. Okay, so you should be always helpful to the other person. It's not like you leave your work and start helping them. It's not going to happen. Complete your work. If you know something that you can help him, okay, so go ahead and help him. Okay, because it's a one sprint. What will happen is whenever you go into this one, right, I'll make sure sprint closure, not a story closure. Even your story is closed. After 2 weeks, I have to close my whole sprint and I have to start a new sprint. If one of the story is not completed, your whole team performance is gone down. Okay, that is how we have to treat. We are all one team. We are delivering some projects. So we want to be a team. Okay, so team should be always self-organizing in sense, okay, you can do this work. That guy can do this work. Okay, and high performance team. Yeah, you always to be proactive. Okay, you can always go back and question a product owner saying that why you want to build this one. This is useless. There is a different feature. Why can't you build it? Yeah, you're always welcome to propose something. Okay, build a winning product. Yes, we are all working to build a winning product. Okay, work collaboratively and share responsibilities. So something like your burden, and you can say other guys, see, can you pick up this work? So I'll help you out with something else. Okay, cross-functional teams, right? As I said, a Scrum team is not whole development team, right? A Scrum team is like a development team, testing team, and product team. Oh, sorry, production team, production or support team, whatever you call it. Some people will call control team, some people will call product operational team, whatever you guys call it. Okay, so you always have to collaboratively work. So say is that I have completed some piece of code. I'll talk to your testing team guys. Say that so you start working on this one, right? I'll work on a different piece and I'll get you done. Okay, if you have some issue, what you do is you park that issue and you work on something, and I'll start looking that issue. So we always have to work hand in hand. Okay, that's how we would able to complete some product, a piece of a product. Okay, every sprint is a piece of a product. Every piece will becomes like a very good product at the end. Okay, so these are the roles and responsibilities of each person. Anybody have questions here? Okay, I take that silence as no questions then. Okay, I'm going back here. So we have seen product owner. What is product backlog? So when you go into project, the ones which I bolded over here, very, very important to understand it. Okay, so when you go into project, they will never talk about, they will never say the requirements created by a product owner. They will never say that word. They say there is a product backlog. There is a sprint backlog. There is a sprint meeting is going here. Okay, they will never say Scrum Master will schedule a meeting with the product owner. They'll say that there is a sprint planning meeting. You have to join this. So you need to understand who are the audience are going to be for that. Okay. So now we understand product owner, product backlog, team, sprint planning meeting will happen. Scrum Master will schedule every call. There is a DSM happens, which is called daily Scrum meeting will happen every 15 days, 15 minutes in day. Every day it will happen. Scrum Master is responsible to create your sprint backlogs. So till this particular point is done. 1 to 4 week sprint, we understand. Okay. So now sprint end date and the team delivery do not change. So I'm again saying that if the sprint is being planned for 2 weeks, after 2 weeks, you complete, or if you don't complete, your sprint will be closed with a complete status or incomplete status. Complete status is good. Incomplete status is a bad sign for your teams. Literally, you can see on a dashboards, right? When there is a leadership meetings happens, literally on a dashboards, every team will have a teams. Okay, so there will be a different teams. Like, you know, for me in my teams, we call it as a Falcons, we call it as a Caspers, we call it as a Renegades. Every team will have a team names. Okay, the team names dashboards will show on a leadership boards. Okay, it is really, it's kind of like a we can take Ijjat, right? So that is what happens if you have a bad signs on your sprint. Okay, that everyone feels bad, right? My team is very backlogged. I don't want to see the back. So your graph will go very down. Okay, so we don't want to see that. We'll take it as a very proud in nature when if we're able to complete everything in time and we could able to get the product delivered. And product is product in. So I would say, right, I don't know how many of you folks have celebrated a product success meetings. Okay, so if you really build a very good companies, very good products, if you build, you will be a part of your success meets, right? So success meets is something, it will happen in a very good areas. You will be having a great exposures. Okay, the award ceremonies or something like this all happens in that success and product success meets. Okay, so that's where they will all present that this team has been done in exponentially good. Okay, no sprint went down. They were being keep taking up. Even if you given a ad hoc request to these guys, they are able to do it. They are so capable enough. Okay, so you will always hear that kind of good words from them. Okay, so good. So sprint planning. So we work for 8 hours. I don't say the extend work and you do a very great things. Okay, over the weekends. All I would say, within your timelines, you complete it. So if you are not able to complete the task within upfront, you say that. Product owner, you say that, see, this 3 requirements we couldn't able to complete in these 3 weeks. We can take 2 stories, we'll complete it. Product owner will understand it. Okay, if you have a proper reason, you will understand it. Okay, but don't take it over promised. And if you're not able to deliver, your sprint is going to look as a red. Okay, don't ever do that one. Okay, so now 1 to 4 weeks of sprint, your sprint end date is not going to be changed. Your deliverables also are not going to be changed. If you are completing, good. If you're not completing, what will happen? That particular story will spill over to the next sprint. Okay, so they will calculate. There will be a graphs will be created that's called as spill tracking. Okay, the spill, how many stories been spilled in a last 6 months or 7 months is going to show that bunch of bad signs or a good sign of it. Okay, so what will happen? DSM, I said daily Scrum meeting. Okay, every 24 hours it will happen. That means every day at the start of your day, 15 minutes it will happen. Okay, every person is mandatory to join that call. Okay, there is no skipping to this call. This is the call where your Scrum Master will know everything and he will be creating a charts. That's called as a burn down charts, burn down and up charts. It means how much effort you've been spent on any story, how much effort is been pending right now, how many stories are completed, how many stories are blocked, how many stories are completed. He will be creating all kind of charts because this guy has to represent the charts to the client and he has to represent it to the vendor leaderships also. He has to show that graphs saying that this is how the project is working. This is how the project is healthy. We got received 100 requirements in last 6 months. We could able to complete 98 requirements within the time. There were 2 delay because of a different backlog. So we are 100% very good in nature. Okay, so that is how he would able to represent. No, he will say that, so this is not happening because from a client side, no one is giving some details to us. From a client side, no one is giving an access to us. From client side, whatever the data we have received for our testing is very bad. Due to this, we couldn't able to complete this task. So he will able to express that. Leadership will know that, okay, this is how the project is working. How can we help you to expedite the things? How can we help you to get it into a better shape? Okay, that is how the project will run. Okay, we discussed about a daily Scrum meeting and sprint review, finished work, and sprint retrospective. We will do these 3 things. We'll understand. Okay? So sprint is completed, finished your work. It's good. You're finished. You completed your sprint is work. Okay. So now what happened? I said there is a different teams involved. Okay. Before I go into the sprint reviews, we will go into a different diagram to understand. Okay. So this is how the Scrum activities will happen. So your first sprint planning happened between your product owner and your teams. The Scrum Master has scheduled this particular teaming. So when you go for an interviews, what are the ceremonies you will be having in your Agile? They will ask you like that. Whenever you went into a project meeting, right? They will ask you how you guys will track the work. So Agile we are using a Jira. Our Scrum Master will assign all the stories for us. We will be talking to the product owners and we will get all the details and we will start work. Okay. They will ask you a question saying that what are the ceremonies you are going to have in your project? Okay, the ceremonies is nothing but a sprint planning. Sprint planning is a one ceremony. Daily Scrum we are going to happen. This is going to happen recursively for every 24 hours. Okay, sprint review, right? Sprint review is nothing but what is sprint review? I was just saying a one word when I was showing it on a screen. Okay, sprint review is nothing but every story definition of a done. Okay, They'll make sure every story is completed and the definition of a done is signed off. Okay. Sprint review will happen. Next one is sprint retrospective. Okay. So anybody can guess what is a sprint retrospective can be? Anybody know what is retrospective?
In the sprint, some pending items is there.
Pending items is there.
What
Feedback.
went
Discuss
well,
what is
what
done well.
didn't went well.
Very good.
Discuss on
Very
that.
good. Yes. So you have to look back, right? Every sprint you have to look back.
What is not completed in the sprint time, within time?
What is not completed in the sprint time can be happen at a sprint review time. Okay. There could be different reasons, right? So example, data you thought one file would have been received in this 2 weeks, you would have tested it, but you haven't received because of a source issues. Okay. So, but that task would have been went into pending state, or you couldn't able to complete because of your data issues or connections. That and all will happen at a sprint reviews. They find they are okay. Okay. Sprint reviews happens within the team. Okay. So they say that there's multiple reasons for a sprint reviews, right? One is successness. Success is always where we want to do it. So some would have been pending because of a different reasons. Makes sense. Okay. So that and all will go into sprint review. Sprint retrospective is a feedback. Okay. Feedback is what? Let's call Shri as our product owner. Okay. Shri is our product owner, and I'll take a couple of names. Jai is something like Hari, is something like a Hari and Naneshwar are from development team. I'm from testing team, and say some Kala or Komali is from production support team. Okay. So we are all working as a one team. What will happen is sprint retrospective happens. Ideally, every sprint should have a sprint retrospective. So that means every 2 weeks is completed. Last day of your sprint. Okay. Last day of the sprint or next day of your sprint. Next day of your last sprint. Last day of your next day, right? After your sprint is completed, immediate next day, there should be a sprint retrospective. What happens is all teams will join. All teams. Okay. Whoever is involved in this development, testing, productionize, okay, infra, or you can call product team. Clients also will join. Product team, your Scrum Master. Scrum Master is always will be there because he is the person who schedules this call. Okay. So everyone will join. Everyone will talk saying that, okay, what went good and what went bad. Okay. So now I will say I'm from a testing team. I would say saying that, Gnaneshwar and Hari, I would say, see, I couldn't able to complete my task because Hari couldn't able to give me a right data or right code or right version of the code. So when I was started my testing itself, it got late. I couldn't able to, I have complaint over here. Okay. Individual pointing is not good, but people will do this. I would recommend not do individual pointing. So you would say development team couldn't able to give me this data or couldn't able to give me this version of code. I couldn't able to complete my testing. I would expect development team should give me the latest version of the code so that I will complete this one. So going forward, I want this help from the development team. I don't point individually. It's always a good manner to give a team assign. Okay, good. It's a complaint. Okay. Scrum Master will ask a leader of the particular development team. So what's your thoughts on this? He will say that, yeah, so due to some Git repository, due to some Bitbucket is down, we couldn't able to provide that. We are really sorry for that one. So now Scrum Master in a backend will be noting each and every point. He will roll out that notes to everyone. Okay. Now he will say, Scrum Master says that, okay, problem is a Git over here because of the development team impacted, because of the development team, testing team is got impacted. Git is a problem. Okay. I noted down Git. It is a problem. Who is the team managing Git? I will go talk to them why it is happening. If it is happening, I'll raise a risk saying that next time, if you make this downtime of your Git, this development is going to be delayed. I will inform my leadership saying that this project cannot be delivered on time because of a Git issue. Okay, good. Now client will say, so client will be saying production support team, even though there were ad hoc requests, production support team has very well handled and deployed it into a production. Appreciation. Scrum Master note down saying that operational team, production support team received an appreciation from a client. Even though there were an ad hoc request, they nicely handled it, deployed within a time into the production. Appreciation. Okay. Development team will say that, see, testers are asking access from a development team. We couldn't able to provide that. Okay, so it's a waste of time. My developers are spending a lot of time identifying what exactly they needed. Scrum Master will understand, okay, there is some gap over here. He'll ask, what testing team, what do you need it here? Why don't you raise this concern with me? Why you are talking to the development team? You let me know. Okay, I will get you access. I am a facilitator for you. Okay, if it is not getting within a week, it is going to be time waste. I am here. That is my duty of getting an access for you. Okay, you don't waste a development team's time. You don't waste. Okay, so this is an action item for a Scrum Master. Okay, so sprint retrospective happens everywhere. So you can complain on a product owner also. See, you can say that from client team or a business team, we are not receiving these inputs because of understanding is taking time. The requirement understanding is taking time. So we are developing it late. Okay, Scrum Master will say that there is a story grooming ceremony. Okay, so here you see, right, sprint planning. After sprint planning, there will be a one more item that is called as a story grooming. Okay, story grooming session will be assigned. It is only if needed. It's not mandatory. It is needed. One developer will say that, see, whatever the product owner explained, right? I couldn't able to help much. I need a more clarification. I have a lot of doubts. I want to test. So Scrum Master, what he'll do, he will go and talk to the product owner. Product owner will say, I can able to explain, or person can able to explain. She will set up a meeting. That meeting called as a story grooming session. Okay, they will pick up a one requirement and they will start talking about that requirement, saying that, okay, what really happened, what went good, so what is actually needed there, so what details you needed, what exactly to be developed. So they will discuss all that stuff. That is called sprint grooming. Okay, they will discuss that. Sprint retrospective, what happens is they will share the feedbacks. Why they want to share the feedbacks? What is the reason of sharing the feedbacks? What is the benefit of sharing the feedbacks?
Will not make the same mistakes, or we can improve it.
Exactly, right? We don't make the same mistake. We want to make it better. We want to grow. Next sprints want to grow better and better. Okay, so that is how the sprint retrospective happens. It's mandatory. Scrum Master should be able to put this sprint retrospective. I've seen in different clients, Scrum Masters are skipping this one. But wherever I am manager, I will make sure the Scrum Master is putting this, because I will always look forward appreciating the people in front of everyone for their good work. And questioning also, questioning or knowing the things in the same meeting is going to be a very, very helpful in my perspective. This should happen. This is a mandatory ceremony should celebrate in your teams. Okay. Next, fine, right? Next one is, fifth one is product backlog refinement. What actually product backlog? Who is the responsibility for the product backlog?
Scrum Master.
Product owner.
Product owner. Product backlog is from product owner, right? So if you see here, product owner is the product backlog is created by a product owner. So now I'm saying product backlog refinement. Refinement is something bad. So now what will happen is this product owner would have seen there is a 10 weeks completed. After 10 weeks, product owner has seen something in the market is very booming and very good to have it. Now product owner says that, okay, I will deprioritize some things. I will introduce a new requirements and I'll ask my team to take up that requirements to go first. He will refine his backlog. He can always do it. There is no problem to it. He can always do it because he's trying to build a better product. His vision is increasing every day. Okay, he's trying to build a better product. So he refined his backlogs. Okay, and he says that, okay, pick this 3 tasks next. These 3 tasks are important for me. He can prioritize, deprioritize. He can do anything. He can refine his backlog. Okay, and this will be happening for every 2 weeks. This will be keep on happening every 2 weeks. Okay, any questions here?
Is it only, Scrum meetings and this Agile is only for the product based company, or it can be implemented to day to day? Where the project is not there.
Every industry. See, every product is not there. Even in marketing analytics also, you can fill this. All you need is everything, anything you want to work, right? Anything, even in your real lifetime also. Okay, now if you are joining this meeting also, you planned something. You would have blocked your calendar. You would have taken the link. You would have joined. So those are all requirements. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. That's a plan. Okay. If you have a huge plan like this, example, now you want to meet 100 meetings in a day. You need a plan. How can you plan that? What are all the important in that for you plan? So you can go with Agile. You can plan someone. So you can have some team can say that these are the importance or these are all the meetings are important to me. Okay. You need a plan. If anything you want to plan, you can plan in this particular process, this particular framework. Make sense?
Yeah.
Now this is there in every industry. Okay. So let me go back. Sprint planning. What are the activities will be done in a sprint planning? Product owner present the backlog items in the priority for the review. Okay. So product owner, this is the product owner. Everyone will sit it. So if you guys are really doing in a office, right? It will be fun. It will be really fun if you are in an office and if you are talking to the product owner, it will be really fun and really knowledgeable sessions it is. Okay. So you guys all will set. You guys will define saying that what exactly the sprints, what are the tasks you need to take up. Okay. You review, clarify user backlog item story. So you will review, clarify everything. Break down the larger stories into each story into task and acceptance criteria. As I said, if you think that any story is a big story where you can't deliver within 2 weeks, break down that story into different things. Okay. If they say you have to introduce 100 buttons in your website, okay, divide your each button as each story. And within 2 weeks, you can take only 3 buttons. Okay, developing a 3 buttons code. Okay, and task for estimated hours in time. Okay, always you have to estimate your work in hours. Okay, for example, if your working hours are 8.5 hours, you need to calculate for 8 hours. Okay, half hour or 1 hour is always lunch will go ahead. Okay, based on a company to company, it will go ahead and you have to select only for 7 hours or 7.5 hours, whatever the time frame you have it. Okay. Developer and tester assign tasks. So in this meeting, who is the developer going to work? Who is the tester going to work? That will be assigned tasks to them. Process continue until all available hours are used for the sprint. That means 2 weeks, how many resources are available, excluding their holidays. Okay. So what they will do is they will assign everything. All the things will be assigned for 2 weeks. 2 weeks, everything will be assigned. Okay. Output of the sprint planning is sprint backlog, estimated task, etc. Right. So you had a product backlog. From product backlog, you all discussed and you created a sprint backlog with some estimated tasks and how many hours you are going to work on it. Okay. Your sprint planning is completed now. Next one is daily scrum. As I said, every day, 15 minutes, you have to join your meeting. Okay. Daily development team stand up for 15 minutes in a circle and talk only on 3 points. Make sure 3 points. Very important for your certification. What are the 3 points? What did I since last daily scrum meeting? That means in 24 hours, what you have done. Okay. What I am planning to do it on today, 24 hours, next 24 hours, what I'm going to do. Okay. Any impediments, that means any issues or blockers if you have anything right now. Okay. Don't talk about I received this error. This guy is not working. This guy is not responding. Don't ever say that. Okay. You are blocked. I say I'm blocked for this reason. And that's all. Don't extend anything on this. Okay. After this, if you need more calls on hours of a call, then you can set up a call. In this sprint meeting, don't spoil the sprint meeting at all. Just stick for 15 minutes. Be crispy on this, your status. Okay. Scrum Master protect the team and facilitate for being effective. Okay. Always your point of contact is a Scrum Master. If something is not working out for you, go talk to the director Scrum Master saying that this is not working for you. Okay. This give an opportunity to the team to inspect and adopt the daily of the sprint goal so that you can always talk what is happening. Every team person will know what is happening. Okay. And you will get to know what is the sprint goal. Everyone is trying to do what is the sprint goal? What is the end of the 2 weeks goal for you guys? Okay. So daily scrum is very, very important. Don't ever skip it if you guys are already following. Okay. Next one is sprint review. In sprint review, what happens? So you see this product owner, finished product, scrum masters, scrum meeting, and stakeholders. Okay. So here product owner and stakeholders are not mandatory for this review. Okay. These guys are executives, right? So usually they will not join, but they can also join. It's not like you cannot question product owner say that why you did join this meeting. You don't have any kind of right to ask him because they are also always invited. They're always in the email loop. Okay. If they want to join, they will join. If they are not joining, they will not join. Okay. Reviewer will join. Reviewer can be one of these guys. Okay. Reviewer will be one of these guys. Scrum meeting is your development team, your testing team, your production support team. Okay. Scrum Master is a Scrum Master who schedules this call for you. Okay. So what happens is Scrum team has finished the product and they will bring this product into the sprint review meeting. I mean, they will represent whatever they have completed with either a product owner or other stakeholders or both of this. Okay. And they will explain that this is what the code I have done. This is how the website looks. This is how I can click it. This is what you are given me requirement. And this is what I have done. Okay. He will explain everything and they will go for a review. Okay. During this meeting, team demonstrate 100% completed work. Okay. Scrum Master 100% completed work. If your work is not completed, you will not go for a sprint review. That particular story will spill over to the next sprint, and in next sprint, you will have the sprint meeting for that particular task. Okay. Scrum Master facilitate the environment. He will set up the meeting and he will make sure he will introduce both of the parties, everyone. Okay. In case any changes or a new request, product owner note and updates the product backlog as required. Okay. You developed something, but product owner got a different thought on it. Okay. This would have been built in a different way, in a better way. Now, what he will do is he will go back. He will add in one more requirement into his product backlog, saying that make a change to this one. It's a one story requirement for it. That will come later into your bucket so that you will start developing it. Okay. Product owner is a final decision maker on acceptance. Either it is a accept or a reject. This guy will take the decision. This guy will do it, or this guy's behalf responsibility, whoever is there, that guy will do. Okay. That is what your sprint review will happen. Okay. Next one is sprint retrospective. As we discussed, it's more of like a feedback. So participation in this discussion to inspect and adapt as a Scrum team. So we all participate in this one. So you see what went well and what could be improved, what went bad, how can we how can we stop doing that? Okay. Scrum Master play a vital role. Scrum Master will never leave you guys to fight in the meeting. Okay. You always pointed to Scrum Master saying that it would have been a better for the testing team if that is the right data saying that. So Scrum Master will take that responsibility, because end of the day, the blame or the appreciation guy will always, the inputs will go to the Scrum Master. Okay. So you cannot directly blame your product owner. You cannot directly blame your other persons, or pointing an individual is not at all the right way of this meeting happens. Scrum Master will always oversee this one. So he will make sure no pointings. Okay. So he will play a vital role in the sprint retrospective. Scrum Master bring in a culture of openness. So everyone has to be, don't hesitate to talk something, right? So don't hesitate something you want to improve the process here. Okay. So he brings that trust and respect as the people discuss the improvement areas, and facilitates and focus on implementing and changing the pointing fingers at others. Don't point fingers at others. Okay. It's not a good manner. Okay. Always say that this team, we would have been internally, their team will take the responsibility. When you are pointing the whole team, it's whole team responsibilities. Okay. And this is the platform to the Scrum Master to help team to resolve ineffectiveness in the system. So you can always say this system is going down, Git is going down. So Scrum Master will note down this. He will directly go and talk to the manager of the Git. He will make sure the Git is working for your team. Okay. So he knows, he will try to understand what exactly the team is facing issue. Okay. By either hook or crook, Scrum Master will do it. Scrum Master always at teams looks for a very proactive person in a Scrum Master roles. Okay. The Scrum Master will never hesitate to talk to someone else. Okay. Any level, right? He can go to any level. It could be leadership. It could be CEO, CTFO also. Okay. 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 My bad. You can still see my screen?
No.
We're not able to see the presentation.
No.
One sec, guys. Now?
Yes.
Just now we can
Yes.
see.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. So Scrum Master roles will be always for the people who are proactive. Okay. So who can talk to, who are more talkative, who are more communicative. The comm should go very effectively, right? So always Scrum Master's behavior is something, if you are not going to resolve this, my project will not going to be delivered. It's a risk. This guy will say that even if you are not going to provide a single column value to me, my product is going to be stopped. I will raise this to leadership as a risk. After that, it's totally their decision. This guy will be saying that the earth will go down all the time. Okay. Our earth will go upside down if you're not providing this guy. Okay. And this guy can go to any level of people talking to this information. If my team needs some information, I'll go everywhere and anywhere to bring it up. Okay. That is the type of the Scrum team should be. Okay. So sometimes what will happen is if we understand some proactive person in the team itself who can do that one, we will promote him as a Scrum Master. What we'll do is half 50% as Scrum roles and 50% as technical roles will be done. Okay, this is happening nowadays in a projects also. A development lead or a development, any person, right? Any person in the team itself, they identify saying that, okay, this guy is very good. This guy can able to bring anything for me. Okay, this guy have a very good comms, right? So in that case, I will hire him I'll say him, okay, I will promote you as a Scrum Master for this project. What you do is 50% Scrum work you do it. Other 50% you can do your technical work or a testing work, whatever work you want. Okay, that's how what he'll do is later in point in time, he will say that I want to move it into a totally Scrum role. After Scrum role, I want to go it into project manager role, or I want to go it as Scrum manager roles. So you can go Scrum team, right? Scrum person also have, there will be a 10 Scrum masters will be there, the Scrum manager will be there. Okay. So no one asked the question saying that what if Scrum Master itself is not working properly then? If Scrum Master is not working properly, the whole project is at a risk. Okay, we are tossed. Okay, if Scrum Master will always, how the Scrum Master, there is a different kind of definitions from the Scrum Master also will be evaluated. How many reports he is generating, how many with whom and all he is. There is a defined roles from the Scrum Master itself. Okay, so right now what all we're doing is within a project. Out of this project, he will do another 50 things. Okay, he has to report his Scrum manager. He has to create his leadership reports. He has to present this leadership reports to the clients and the vendor projects. And he has to generate saying that effectiveness of a team, every person, how many holidays he is taking, how much work he is completing. A lot of dashboards he has to create. Okay, usually a Scrum Master, very, very basic also, he would be creating 10 to 15 reports he will be creating. Very basic I'm talking. Okay, so he has to do a lot of the works also. Okay, and very interesting, right? He will talk to a lot of people in the environment he will talk. Okay, so next one is inspect and adapt. Adapt. Try everything that makes sense. Reject things that don't work, even if it is repeated trials. Shape your culture, process, and practice. So this is always we want to follow, right? So make sure you always keep trying betterment in your project. Okay, so next one is, what is next? Okay. Product backlog refinement also we discussed based on your product owner feel something needs to be changed. Okay. So that what he will do is go back to his backlog and he will make sure he will rub out something. He will deprioritize it. He will estimate something else. He will refine something, making that priorities. I want the feature A to be changed, feature C to be changed. So he can refine this everything. Okay. The product owner provide clarity on each product backlog item. All uncertainty clarified into certainty. So anything, if you don't have a clarification what you're going to work, the first guy we always talk is, I will go and say that Scrum Master, I don't have any clarity on this requirement. I want more details on this one. Can you schedule a call with product owner? So Scrum Master will go and schedule a call with a product owner that you can talk to him and get all clarity on that particular requirement. Okay. Product owner update the product backlog, 100% be present and involve all the team members. Okay. So what he'll do is, whenever he is updating something, he'll make sure he informed all the team saying that I deprioritized something and I'm prioritizing something. Okay. The reason for it is because these are all needed first, because there is a users already there. We want to go with the claims first, and then we want to go with something else. So we want to build the claims stuff first. Okay. Team understand carefully, listen to the need of product owner, understand the acceptance criteria. This is very, very important. Okay. If you are not understanding your acceptance criteria, whatever you are going to build is always a chance of going by rejections. Okay. So understand the acceptance criteria, help product owner to order the backlog. So you always say that, so you are always open, right? It will be very good when you are joining in person product owner and a sprint planning meeting, right? It happens in office, big office meetings. You all team will say product owner will come. He nicely explains that there will be a lot of fun of talking it. He will talk saying that this is how our users are there. This is how our stakeholders are there. This is how our CFO and CTO are using, thinking what we are going to build it. And you can also tell him, why can't we introduce this particular thing, feature in the product? You're always open. You're always will be appreciated for that kind of, exposure or whatever proposals you're going to put in. Okay. It is nice. If you guys get a chance, get it into sprint planning meetings in office, always welcome it. Go attend this one. This looks very nice. Okay. And Scrum artifacts, right? So this is what we discussed. Product backlog, things will go, we create a story. If you think the story is a very big story, then you can break down that story into a different tasks. Okay. And you take task 1, task 2 in a sprint 1 and task 3, task 4 in a sprint 2. So you can define, you have all the, you have all the, chances, or you are always welcome, right? So it's not like no one enforce you to do this activity. No one will say, see, you have to take the 4 tasks. You have to complete. Always the meeting, sprint planning meeting says that these 3 requirements are there. Look at this 3. I'll explain these 3 requirements for you. Tell how much you can able to pick it up. Okay. Tell us. It's not like saying that you have a bandwidth of doing 4 tasks, but I'll do only task 1. It should not be like that. Okay. Your 2 weeks of a 7 hours or 8 hours in a day has to be filled. There should be a convincingly, you have to say that. Okay, it's not like I will plan it for 1 week, I'll sit alone. Okay, it should not be like that. Okay, so there should be always your bandwidth. You say, if you feel something, see, I can't able to do this because of this reasons, it is not able to. Okay, they will find it. Okay, no, there will always a backfire also saying the product, why can't you do this? You can complete that particular task, park rest of the product. They will also tell you, they will try to convince you. Product owners always try to convince you. Okay, product owners, because they want to build the product as soon as possible, because if they do within a very less timelines and they can able to introduce this product, they are going to appreciate it. They are going to get their own benefits. Everyone will have their own benefits out of it, right? So you gauge whatever exactly the work you could able to complete it. You can always, but don't ever hesitate. Okay, this guy. So, and also don't ever overpromise some things. Okay. If you are not able to complete something, you can upfront say that I can't take this one because I have different tasks to complete that. Okay, I feel this particular task needed 3 days. 1 day or 2 days is not enough for me. Okay, you can always go and tell that. Okay, there is no problem. You're always welcome to tell that information in the sprint planning meeting. Okay, and next one is a Scrum Master radiators. We call it as a radiators. Your Scrum Master will create a lot of dashboards. Okay, first is this particular dashboard which we have just seen, right? So let me go over. Okay, so this is called dashboards. Okay, this is called board, your project board. Okay, if I create a multiple things like this, so your board looks like this, so that you will be able to get to know what are all the in progress is there. Think that if this particular work is completed, then I'll move it to done state. Okay, so now it's completed. This is completed and this is in progress. Okay, so it's a good behavior. Every day you log in here. Every day you go to your particular project and update what you have completed here. Okay, you can saying that, so they said that example, upload user can upload the documentation with GPG, right? You can go say that today date, whatever example 25, put saying that I have developed the code and testing is in progress, right? So testing in progress. Okay, so you say next point is need a sample files from source team. Okay, source team. Okay, source team to do a comprehensive testing, right? To do a comprehensive or regression testing. Let's call it as a regression testing, right? Regression testing. Okay, so now think that you want to get this source file someone else. Okay, you can tag them. You can say, you can put like this KSR. I'm putting, so example, think that's a different guy, right? I can tag this guy. So that guy will get to know, okay, Krishna has completed his development. He's waiting for me for a sample file from me. He is tagged here. And I'll do say, tomorrow what happens is your product owners and your Scrum Masters always going into this particular task and they will read your comments. Very regularly they will read it. You don't need to surprise that they will read it every day also. Okay, when I was working in 2013 for one of the project, we had a client called Darren. So Darren's whole responsibility, he's a product owner. Okay, and what he does is every day he come and he will ask saying that, Krishna, whatever the comment you put, it doesn't make sense to me at all. I don't know what you are asking here. Okay, where you stopped, he will literally put, and he will put the call at 4 o'clock when I was leaving the home. Okay, then he started bugging us like this 2 weeks or something. Then what we are as detailed as possible. Okay, you don't need to write paragraphs. I would say write as detailed as possible. It makes sense to another person when they read it. Okay, and tag the people from whom you are waiting for the inputs. Okay, then when Darren started reading it, he said that, okay, Krishna, you need a sample file from this team. And I could see you have updated this 2 days ago, but there is no reply from them. What that guy will do is he will ping Scrum Master. See, Krishna is waiting for this one. Did he follow up anyone, or did he inform you why we are waiting for this file for 2 weeks? 2 days. Is there any problem? Then he will talk to Scrum Master. If it is not happening, what will happen? He will escalate. He will escalate to the team, his manager, saying that, see, Krishna asked 2 days back for the file. There is no file received from him. We are highly impacted. Our sprint is got impacted now. Can you send me justification why couldn't you? It's escalation. They will escalate it. Okay. So always it's a good practice by end of day. Okay. Spend your 30 minutes. Okay. Don't even surprise. I would recommend my Scrum Master to create a story or a hours. I will say that this particular story, I would say if this story is taking a 30 hours, I would say take 1 hour for comments only. If your developer estimated 30 hours my technical work happens, I would say add 31 hours to it. 1 hour is like every day he has to spend 5 minutes to 10 minutes to put the comments over here. Okay, so that I will get to know. I don't want to bug the developer, always go and ask the status. It is not a good way. If I need to know something, what is happening in this particular story, I'll go and I'll read this comments. I'll understand what is happening here. Okay, so it's always a good practice. So whenever you go into an interviews also, you can say, I'll keep updating my stories with the right updates and information. Okay, and then what I'll do is I'll make sure that is updated so that my Scrum Master or a product owner, they will know what exactly running on particular story. Okay, you can do many things. Okay, and next one, right? So you can, these guys will create. So I have created one bug also. Okay, so example, after the review is completed, if your person feel anything bug, there is a bug in this particular thing, you can create a bug as well. Okay, while you creating a bug, how can you create the bug is what is exactly the bug? Okay, steps to reproduce that in your lower environment. Okay, expected results out of that bug, what is you're going to correct and what is expected results, and what is the actual result right now, what is an actual result and what is an expected result out of once you fix that bug. Okay, and I'll assign this bug to someone else, and that particular person will start working on that bug in the next sprint. Okay, you can create anything. Okay, so example, if I go here, you can create tasks, you can create stories, you can create bugs. Okay, so if I go here, if I want to create anything here, right? So if I say example says that I want to create one story. Okay, you can create bug, story, or task. Okay, bug is nothing but if there is any issue, that issue you will create it. Any story is called as a requirement. Any small task, this requirement, if you want to convert into a task, multiple tasks, you can create a tasks. Many tasks also you can able to. Okay, so each task can be assigned to one person. They can also talk. Okay, once this is all done, so now we know board, we have how to create the stories, how the sprint is started, sprint is also completed. Okay, this all is completed. What Scrum Master will do? Okay, Scrum Master will start generating a dashboards. Okay, he will create a dashboards. So example, I have created a one dashboards. This dashboards name called claim submission effort tracker. The project called as a claim submission, and Scrum Master is going to do a effort tracker. Each resources, how much efforts he is putting into. Okay, so here it is very plain. Okay, because I didn't add any person or the hours for it. So what happens is the average time in status. Okay, so example, average time in status is think that whenever there is a story starts. Okay, whenever there is a story starts, story is created. Okay, story created first, it will be in a to-do list. Okay, and then it will go into in progress list. Okay, so let me show you that diagram over here. So if I go into this particular, so you see here this diagram, whenever there is a story created, first it will come to to-do list, and then it will go into in progress. when you're working on it, if you see any issue, it will go into blocked state. Know if it is completed very well and your development is completed, it will come to the quality assurance, that is called testing. And once your testing is completed, it will go into a done state. In done state, where you will review your code. If your code is completed, it is done, fully signed off. If it is code in sprint review, if your code is not good, then it will go into a reopened. Okay. If there is a rejection happen, it comes into a reopen state. These are all the states your particular project will go. Okay. Particular story will go. Okay. So your story can go according to it. So now here, what your Scrum Master is trying to do is average time in each status. That means he is trying to find out an average time, how much time it is into a to-do list, how much time sprint is started. Think that sprint is started today. You didn't pick up a task at all for next 3 days. It will show on this dashboard says that this particular story for 3 days, it is not been picked up. Very bad sign. Okay. 3 days sprint started, you didn't even pick up the task. Okay. And sprint in progress. Sprint is completing tomorrow, still it is in progress. When you complete your QA, when you will be doing your review, when you will be reviewing everything will be done. If it is still last day, if it is still progress, bad sign. Okay. So that he wants to track each and every status here. Okay. And then he wants to track as issue statistics. How many stories are there? How many epics are created? How many bugs are there? How many stories are there? He wants to store it. He will capture like this. To leadership, right? Whenever you go for the leadership, showing 100 like this is going to be a very clumsy. That's not a good way to show them, right? You need to show some reports. So how the reports will do is Scrum Master will create a reports like this. He will create a 10 to 15 reports, or he will go through each report. See, average time in status is this is the graph. If the graph is going increment like this, very good. If the graph is going ups and down, ups and down, ups and down, ups and down, then what will happen is leadership will ask you why this is going. What is the problem here? You are not able to manage your team properly. What went wrong? Now Scrum Master has to reply them. Okay, due to some reasons it is going up and down. Due to some blockers we are going up and down. So they will ask you questions. Okay, here he says that for a sprint, 2 stories. Why 2 stories only? Why not? We have 10 resources. You have a 6 resources, only 2 stories. I don't think so. This is a very profitable. This is going very effectively. What is going wrong here? Is it? He will say no. Diwali is coming. No, there are continuous 10 holidays are there. So a lot of people are sick because of COVID pandemic, because people are went. So there could be a proper reasons, or there could be something. So they always says that. So based on these dashboards, they will start measuring the Scrum Master. How Scrum Master is doing. Scrum Master performance will be calculated by using these dashboards. Okay, so you can create plenty of dashboards. Okay, so there will be a. So if you go to the create dashboards, let's say that I want to create a one more dashboard saying that one. Okay, there will be a plenty of templates will be there. So you see these templates on the right hand side. Activity stream, assign to me. If you want to individually, you want to track yourself, assign to me. So there are plenty of this. Okay, these are all dashboards the Scrum Master will create. Okay, there is 31 free 31. There is something custom. You can make hundreds of customs you can able to.
Krishna, are you sure the difference? You're not able to see stuck on the PowerPoint screen page.
Oh, is it?
We can see only 13th slide.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, I would have not shown. Okay, let me show the dashboards again. Okay, let me show this dashboard. Okay, so you see these dashboards. Okay, so here the one dashboard is created for average time in status, right? So average time in status means if there are different status, the story can go in. Okay, so based on each status, I want to show the graph. If your graph is going literally up, it's a good sign. Okay, people are picking, things are completing, going up, good. Okay, if it is going neutral, it's bad. If it is going down, it is bad. For me, it is showing neutral right now because I didn't add any hearts or anything. I don't have real working people, right? So it is showing a normal for me. If you have real working, so it will go up. Okay, so if you think that if your particular graph is going as a down and up, down, up sine wave, a big sine wave, it is happening, then what will happen is leadership will say that this is not going good. This is wrong. The Scrum Master is not quality. Your work is not going good. What is the reason? There could be a proper reasons or anything it could be, right? So here also statistics, right? How many stories are there? Epics are there? Projects, bugs are there. So if bugs are 100, your stories are 10. So they'll say why there is a lot of bugs happening. There is no quality code of development is going on. What is happening? Okay, so there could be a different reason. So like this, your Scrum Master will create a plenty of dashboards. Okay, and the dashboards will be presented to both client leadership and vendor leadership. Okay, and Scrum Master has to represent. So they probably everyone will be into a one call only. Okay, this Scrum Master manager also will be into the same call. They will all shoot questions to this guy. Everyone will question. So Scrum Master has to be very proactive. He should know in and out of what is happening. Okay, if he couldn't able to answer technically, is totally fine. But how the project is working, he has to answer it. Okay, they will rip him off. They will have to be. So that is how the Scrum Master will really knows the value, the how really Scrum Master is working, right? So he will create this dashboard. How you will create a dashboard is there are plenty of dashboards which are already available. Okay, if you go to this one, so you can one sec. Let me. Okay, so you see there are plenty of templates are already available. Okay, and you can create your own dashboards also. Okay, Scrum Masters will use their own dashboard rules and they will create it. So you can create your dashboards. Example, let's say what are all assigned to me, right? So you see this assigned. Okay, so this is assigned. I want to show 10 results. I want to see everything whatever assigned to me. Let's show saying that actual end date and columns to display, actual start date. Update every 5 minutes. Okay, this is fine for me, and I save it. Okay, so now you can see this is the only one which is assigned to me right now. Okay, so now if there are many are assigned to this one, so everything will show for you. So every day morning you can go to your own dashboard. Okay, assigned to me. You can click on the dashboard so that it will show all the things which is assigned to you, so that you can pick one after one and start working on it. Once it is completed, move it into the right stages. Okay, you can create your own dashboards, but it's dashboards is majorly for the Scrum Masters, not for the developers or testing team, because you can always go into your projects, right? You can go into your project. Okay, and you can see here the details are available. Okay, would this make sense, guys? Any questions? Any questions? Does it make sense? You guys learned something today?
Is there any certification which we go for?
Oh yeah, there are plenty of certifications in the market. I don't tell you guys because anybody, at least you guys want to go for Scrum Master roles, you guys has to go more. Okay, I told you guys just like a probably 30 to 40% is how it works. There are more and more because Scrum of Scrum, Agile of Agile. There are many things is there. See, I'm talking about only one Scrum Master here. Okay, a Scrum Master can able to handle 100 projects like this. Okay, how he can able to do it, how can he able to talk. There are many certifications in the market. Okay? So if anybody wants to go for safe agile, his certification, which is little costly. Okay, the certification is little costly, but there is a lot of value for this one. Yeah, who is that? Okay, let me complete this. I'll take your questions. Okay, so there is a safe agile, so you can go with the safe agile. Okay, so this is having a lot of market value also. People are, if you have the certification, there are a lot of people as hiring for a projects also. So if you are anybody interested, you can go beyond this one. Okay, if not, if you want to do free agile sessions, I would recommend for the people who are developers. We are all technical guys, right? A lot of folks from us is a technical guys, right? So go for free agile certification. So just this is only to put it into your LinkedIn's. Okay, this is not, I am saying again, it is not a knowledge. Okay, here nothing that you can going to put and make things change. Here is you are how better you know the process. Okay, that's all. Apart from that, this is nothing. In Python, I can put a different logic and make some magic. But here is I should know the project, how to work it, and how can I run the project. But there is definitely a value for this one. Okay, if you would have done a Scrum this one, and if you went into a project, you will always have an additional benefits. Okay, so you can go for the free agile trainings. Okay, this like this, right? This is one, and there is a one more also. Let me go to. Okay, free Scrum Master. So you can go through this all stuffs, right? So what you can do is you can complete the Scrums, very simple. You just go through that. Some questions will be there. Whatever we discussed, right? Roles and responsibilities of the persons, how the Scrum will go. So all this will be there. What you guys do is try to complete this. This will give you some kind of option to post that you completed your Agile certification. So whatever free it is, right? It's good to post something you are proactive in the market, so that your recruiters also will get to know whether you know Scrum or something like that. Right? So you complete the certifications. Okay, there are plenty of free certifications in Google. Okay, so you go it, complete it, and post it into your LinkedIn. Okay, yeah. Now open to questions. Any questions, guys? Someone was asking questions.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, hello, Shailesh here. So there are some bit of a questions from my side.
Please go ahead.
Currently I'm working as a BI developer, and it's more like in a fresher as it's been 1 to 2 years in this field as such. I'm new to it, and just want to ask if I want to pursue project management as a career down the line. Let's take after 3 4 years.
Down the line. Okay.
What as I have seen it requires a bit more of a knowledge, industry knowledge or domain knowledge.
Correct.
So what path should I follow?
Now, first thing is, if you want to go into project manager, there is no direct project manager you can go, I would say, because you want to know the industry's domains, okay, and experience over here. You have to go, you can't lad directly to your project manager. You have to go step by step. As you are asking me that down the line in a 5 6 years, right? So if you are interested that way, okay. So there is a PMP, okay, project management process, right? So what you can do is after your 3 years or 4 years experience, you can start working as a associative project manager, which is something that you need to know the technical. So you don't, very hard to find it in the industries. Okay, very hard to find it in the industries unless you have something like an MBA in MBA in management or something like that. If your qualification, if you have it, you can try there. If you are into technical perspective right now and you want to climb that ladder into a project manager, probably within 6 years also it is very hard for you to become. But I would say Scrum Master is a very good start for you. Okay. So what you can do is you can start learning Scrum Master so that you will get to know how to manage the project. Okay. Slowly once you, but I would 100% I'm sure Scrum Masters can become a project manager. Okay. So that you start learning Scrum and you can go ahead within your team saying that, see, I am certified in Scrum. I can do a Scrum role here. Okay. Scrum Master role. Along with my technical work, I can do my Scrum Master role also, so that you will better know that how to set up a meetings, what to talk to the product owners, how to manage the resources, how to talk to the resources, how things will work within a project. So you will get a project knowledge order. Once you get a project knowledge, then do your PMP. So when you go into project management type, right? So you have to have a knowledge on billing, how client management should happen, how how can you present the proposals, how can you do RFAs, okay, which is called POCs, like a proof of concepts you will do, right? How can you lead a sales team talking to the clients? Okay, this all things you have to collect it. So that will come as part of an experience. Okay, but Scrum is your very good start point.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead with your next question.
And does MBA is necessary as a?
No, not necessary. No, I'm saying some people, if they would have been overqualified, right, then they want to start with directly from a project manager roles or project management. They also don't become a project manager directly to have technical projects. They become sort of any product is there, right? They will start working under some manager as a associative managers. Okay, and they will start taking the task from a project manager, and they will keep on learning it, and then one day they become like a project.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. And this meeting is recorded. Could we get access of it? Because I joined late, around 1 hour later. So
Yeah, this is it's recording. Our admin team will post it.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks. Any questions, guys?
Yes. So actually, I'm a service provider. I am into I have a marketing agency. So as an agency, how can we? Because I understand. What's the difference I can able to see is here means the product is or what we need to build the whatever you process you mentioned, because it's a fixed for a long period of time. Am I correct?
Not mandatory. I'm good. I'm glad you are there. What is your name? What's your name? I'm sorry.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah, this is Vijay.
Vijay. Yeah, Vijay. Thanks, Vijay. Thank you so much joining this call. Okay. So Vijay, so my question is, you have a marketing agency right now, right? Is there any folks working under you right now?
Yes, right now there are 12 people.
12 people. Perfect. How you actually cascading work to them, and how you are tracking them?
So I have a software, HRMS software where I'll be tracking, that where the milestones and tasks, for every project, we have a multiple clients. For each client, there will be a certain task which needs to be done on a certain repeated task, certain one-time task. So, especially coming to the employees' time, they will be they'll make the timer on and they'll do their work, and they'll finish once the task is done, like this.
Agile,
Hello.
Vijay. You're already Agile, Vijay. I'm saying. You're already following the framework.
Yeah, I'm already, but still, there are some places. Suppose I'm not sure whether is it efficient or not. But there are sometimes. Suppose you mentioned, right? There are the people like sometimes for a small task also it may take more time. And I think means this regular review and all.
That's what
This is important,
What are
right?
all the ceremonies you guys are following right now?
What are all the
ceremonies? What are all the meetings you guys are doing right now? Are you guys doing sprint review, sprint backlog, sprint retrospective, and who is doing a refinement?
Yes, actually, this part means exactly. I am not sure about this concept, okay, because this is the first time I'm hearing the terminology which you mentioned. But as per my process, I started. Initially I started with the few people. Then means I keep on improving the things, and I'm also a co-founder of a US based firm where they are using these Notion and Trello boards, whatever you mentioned, right? To do in progress, so this process I really learned from them, and I am able to implement that, but to be frank, the kind of a the consistency. Suppose I'm on a multiple things, I'm not able to give the time which is required. Suppose like I'm the single person right now who is trying to manage on one side the business development team, on another side the in-house team, and there is a client, sometimes the coordination. So when things are becoming I'm not able to make it consistently, that the role of the scrum master especially, which you mentioned.
Your lack of scrum master right now, you can hire a person who can do a better scrum mastering and who can track for you and get this dashboards created, because on yourself has to do every task is not possible anyway. Okay. And this celebrating all these ceremonies, making sure the ceremonies are happening within a project is definitely going to do a lot in your process improvement. And there's some headache also for you. Managing everything is going to be a bigger problem. Okay. So as I said, right, it's not, I'm saying the whole we are talking here, it is in a process. Okay. It could be any tool. It could be HRMI tool, or it could be Zira, it could be different tools, can be anything different. But so the ceremonies happening within the project is what is you are going to better. And also you said that one of your small person, even small tasks, they are taking long time. Who is reviewing? So you have to, end of the day, you have to review it again. Okay. There is And what you can do is you can do a sprint planning. Okay. Where
Okay.
if before you assigning something to that particular person, you can give
Okay.
say that this is a story, how much time you need it. Right. So if he
Okay.
says I need 10 days, what is the reason you need it at 10 days? My sprint is only 2 weeks. I don't want just make sure your time frame is also being defined. Okay, 2 to 4 weeks is a time frame. What you can take. Smaller sprint is always easy to track. Okay.
Right.
So that
Okay.
make sure smaller window you have it. When you're planning, spend some 30 minutes with all of them. It definitely turns around a lot of betterment in your process. Okay. Talk to that particular
Right.
person. In front of that particular person, small task, he cannot say that I'll take a 10 days. Because other person will get to know. He always knows that there is an audience already. I cannot go beyond that. I will work for a 10 hours because other person says that anybody. So now you can announce saying that anybody else can able to complete it quickly so that we can switch.
Got it.
So that,
Yeah.
but you cannot manage everywhere. You need a middle person over there. So I
Exactly.
would,
So that is where I need to. Yeah. Yeah. I
you can
agree.
have a middle person hide and then you can follow this all ceremonies. You can see a lot of change in your process.
Got it. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. That's
worries.
really, yeah.
I'm very glad that you are here and I'm happy to hear that question from you.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Okay. If no questions, we are good to drop off. I know I have extended it a bit. I hope my session helped you guys. We will be doing more and more going forward this. We want to bring up a new topics. Not only technical, we want to go all around the corners. So AI is also we were planning to bring up for one of the session like this. I would recommend you guys to stay tuned to the space. Any questions or admin team is always available. Technical or any career perspective guidance also, if you guys need it, do let us know. And we will be doing like this more useful sessions and keep following us. Okay.
And
Have a good day.
one more thing, if suppose if I want to recruit some person, is it better to means existing person I train it and make them to work, or maybe I don't understand. Means is there any freelancers available
You get a
to?
freelancers in market. You get a freelancers in market. You get a people around within your project. So I would recommend what you could say. See if your guys are already being overburdened with your work. Okay, then I would say go recruit someone else freelancing. You can do it, right?
Okay.
So if any bandwidth, if you think that you can adjust and have some bandwidth for any of the resource, I would recommend start training him for a 1 week or 2 weeks, not more than that. Let him start. Okay, let him start. So you learn and make sure what you can do is I would give one more suggestion. Get a training for one guy from an outside. Okay. And what you can do is make sure that guy is giving the same kind of knowledge passing to each and everyone and switch the scrum role to each one person in a project. So example says that this sprint will run by a person one, next sprint will run by a person two, next sprint will person by a person three, once your process is stabilized. So you don't need an external guy.
Okay. Got it. Yeah. Understand. Yeah, fine. Thank you.
Okay, guys. If no questions, we are good to drop off. Okay. Happy weekend to everyone. Rest of the day. Have a good day. And then see you next time.
I have a query actually.
Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, like I have 10 years of experience in the aerospace domain. So basically, like I'm not into like any technical stuff. Generally my role involves like gathering the data from the customer and we need to process it into the system, and same we need to create some how we are giving the deliverable. So that sort of daily routine I have. So is there any I want to check, is there any better career perspective for me, like with this expertise?
See, this is something you have said that you are receiving data from your clients, right? So
Yes.
So what
Here
you are
actually I have kept some non-technical expert, I have some tools which is particularly related to mechanical engineering, but that I haven't it is not much useful going ahead. Like it is like up to execution level, it is okay, but that part I skipped initially to you.
you see there will be a plan, right? So I would say this is not a technology. First thing I want you guys to understand, this is not technology, this is a process, right? So you
Yes,
said the point saying that you are gathering some information from someone and
Yeah.
you might be feeding that into tools to get some analysis out of it, right?
Yes.
And useful information.
Yeah, we need like basically we'll run the reliability metrics.
What is it? Liability maintenance.
Oh, reliability.
Reliability. Okay, reliability maintenance. Okay, reliability. So reliability. So you have some parameters to define your reliability. So what I would say, have certain steps allowed here. So so reliability checks have 100 checks. Are you trying to calculate your all 100 checks at a one go, or you are going step by step of each one?
No, as of now, like we'll check everything at like one go.
That would have been built already, right? That's built. Because it's already for 100 reliability checks, it's already built, you are checking, but just passing everything. Think that you want to build, I would say you want to build another 50 reliability checks, you have to do it. Then what do you do?
Okay.
Would you start your all work for 50 at a go?
No.
You do 101 first, 102 first, 103 next, 104 next. Right?
Yeah, based on the priority levels, we'll assign like we'll distribute the tasks and we'll do.
That is where this process will help you.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Yeah, that and all I have understood. Only thing is like just I want like how can I move up from this current role to next one, like so with this my current expertise. That's what I want to understand from you.
I mean, I'm like, you are into mechanical, Scrum Master role, into your mechanical world. You can do, so if you're interested into Scrum Master, right?
Yeah.
You're interested to Scrum Master. So you can become a product owner, right? Why you want to become a Scrum Master?
No, that's what. No, not only Scrum
You
Master.
already have a 10 years experience.
Yes. Yeah.
You know your environment better now. You know how your product works.
Yes.
Right. So now I would recommend you, instead of you're degrading yourself, I would say upscale yourself, becoming a product owner. Understand? So your work is this. You are here. You are into Scrum. You are into Scrum board. Okay. But your work is this way.
Yes.
Okay. Understand? Get a more knowledge on your product. Reliability check is on a product only, right? So get a more knowledge on your product, and you propose yourself into a different companies, saying that I have a end-to-end knowledge on this product. Okay. If anybody is working on that product, I can become like a product owner. If you want to build some reliability checks, I will take that reliability checks as a product owner. I'll come up with a product backlog and I'll work with a Scrum team. Okay. I would say you can fit in this better because you are into mechanical side. I'm proposing to you this.
Yes, sir. Yeah, even though I'm in mechanical domain, but I work for like IT industry, like engineering services industry only. So every work environment, everything is like similar to the IT industry only. The sprint, daily Scrum Masters.
Everyone is using tools or something.
Yes,
you don't write code, right? Your tool, you are using a tool doesn't mean you are building a tool.
Yeah, we won't build. We'll use whatever like generally
whatever
the IT
tool is generated to you. So I would say it's more of like you're generating a useful insights out of the data, which fits into a real-time world.
Yes.
Okay, become a product owner, right? You see, search, or you can contact our team. Our team also will give you some career guidance on this one. Okay,
Sure.
Go ahead, become a product owner. If you have a good knowledge on the product which you are working right now, I would recommend you to be a product owner.
Okay, thank you for that.
Thanks.
Yes, thank you.
Anybody else? No questions? Okay. Perfect, guys. Thank you so much for your time then. Stay tuned to the space, as I said, okay? Have a nice rest of the day, good, and we'll see you soon.